Okay. Interesting. All right. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Yeah, just rocking the hair back today, kind of like a loose, I don't know, loose scrunchy thing going on. Yeah, it's all good. All good. Okay. Got my glass of water beside me, because you always gotta have water. Water is key. And check. Yeah, Mike's looking good. I dig it. I don't know what else to say, I guess we'll just start up the video. Action. Probably should have brought the notes out before I said action. That's awkward. Okay, now we're gonna get into it. Okay, hey, how's it going, guys? It's Sam Downey here. Make sure to follow me on Instagram if you guys haven't already, at SamDowney44. Also, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel right here. That's youtube.com/SamDowney. I'm posting videos here all the time about like trans stuff. Yeah, we're looking good. Non-binary stuff, music stuff, and yeah, so if you're interested in Sam Downey, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn notifications, turn on those notifications, and do all that stuff, because, yeah, you're gonna want to do it. Also, make sure to join the Discord server if you haven't already, because, you know, Discord server is pretty sick, and we got some good conversations going on there. Today's gonna be a good video. Basically, I'm gonna go over some reasons why I believe that gender is a social construct. I know this is a pretty touchy topic, like people get pretty heated about it, so I just wanted to kind of give my perspective on it and give like, I don't know, give like, I guess like a realistic like kind of view on it, or at least what I think is realistic of a view on it. So basically, there's been this kind of debate with trans people, you know, in society and that kind of stuff, where sex and gender are the same thing, and they're actually not the same thing. And today I'm going to explain why they're not the same thing, and also go over a couple of answers that, you know, have been iffy in the past, but I'll just tell you straight up, basically. So, before we get into the video, let's be realistic. There are two sexes. There are two. Male and female. Obviously, like, you know, there are intersex people. I'm not saying that's not like a real thing or that. There are intersex people. It is very rare though, and it doesn't happen a lot, but there are intersex people as well who might have different chromosomes, that kind of stuff. But for the majority of society, there is male and female when it comes to sex. You are born either male, born either female. Like, for example, me, this is gonna like probably open a lot of haters' eyes, but I am a biological male. I know that I'm a biological male, or I was assigned male at birth. That's kind of the term that people like to use nowadays. But, you know, realistically, I'll tell you straight up, I am a biological male or assigned male at birth. I know that. I'm not biologically non-binary, nothing like that. You know, I know some people like to bring up that argument saying like, oh yeah, there are biological non-binary people. It's like, no, like, you know, I'm gonna be realistic with you. There's two sexes, male and female. Obviously, intersex people do exist as well, but for the majority of society, male and female. Now, there's gender as well. And this is where, you know, the debate gets into. A lot of people think that, you know, gender is the same thing. There's two genders, male and female. That is not true at all. Gender is a social construct that was created by society. Now, a lot of people, yeah, they like to use this argument like, no, it's not. Like, there's men and women. Like, it's always been like that. It's nothing to do with societal construct or a social construct, nothing like that. So the way I like to look at it as is, yeah, gender was created by society. It can be seen clear if you look back to, like, you know, let's say the prime time of like the social construct when it started becoming a real thing, right? And I would say probably around the 50s, after the war, when it was like very suburban and we had those like typical, you know, male, female, kids, family. You know, you had those like typical, like stereotypical families that you see in like movies and that kind of stuff. It was like a stereotypical family. The man of the house was trained or like told that he was the boss, basically. And he would wear very masculine clothes. So like, you know, shirts, ties, suits, or like a uniform if that's kind of their job or whatever. Yeah, he was trained to be the boss. Like, it was basically in society, they were told that the man was the main person of the house. And then the women stayed home. I'm not saying this is the case for everyone, but, you know, it was the majority back in the 50s. The women stayed home, and their goal was to make their husband happy by dressing and acting feminine. So there are these two roles here. Like, there are these two roles, you know? If you look back to, yeah, the 50s, like, it is pretty distinct, you know? Men, masculine, basically the boss of the house, or told, or like was told that they're the boss of the house. Women stayed at home. Their goal was basically to make their husband happy. It was like, you know, it's sad to say, but they were basically almost like looked at as servants to their husbands. So there were those certain gender roles, basically. And, you know, in society, you got to look at it like this, you know, back in those days, because society made those two roles for men and women, companies and like retail brands, clothing, that kind of stuff started to jump on this societal or this social construct. So there was products that were specifically designed for men to make them look more masculine or make them look more like the boss of the house or the big man, you know what I'm saying? And then there was also products that were designed for women to make them more feminine, act more feminine, that kind of stuff, basically. So that's kind of where you look at the social construct as. Now, let's move on to the next part of this discussion, where I know a lot of people have this question right now, and they're probably thinking it right now. Well, now, Sam, like, I get what you're saying there, but the world has changed. Men and women are equal, so gender isn't a social construct now. Yeah, okay, I can understand what you're saying, that we have kind of moved to more like a more basically everyone is equal kind of like society. Obviously, there are things that aren't equal, like let's be real. We're not going to get into that right now though. But you think of it like this. A good example is there are certain brands that basically have, because of this social construct over the years, they've been so directed towards one gender that they can't break away from that because society is so stuck in this social construct. So for example, a really good example is Pink, so Victoria's Secret Pink, right? If you go on their Instagram or you go on their website, they use male models now. They're trying to create this gender neutral line, basically, so like they do have male models that model some of the clothes, and then they also have female models as well, or like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, right? Now, I used to work at Pink. Well, technically I still do work for Victoria's Secret. I work at Victoria's Secret now, but I used to work at the Pink store, and I can tell you for a fact, there was not one time that I saw a man buy clothes at Pink. And keep in mind, they use male models. They use male models. Like these clothes are designed for men as well. The reason why is we're so stuck in this social construct of gender that basically all men have realized, oh, well, Pink, Victoria's Secret, that's a women's brand. I can't shop there. It's only for women. When in the end, there's really nothing on the tag that says they're for women. There's nothing on that tag. It's just like we're so stuck in this social construct that, yeah, men won't shop there, even though Pink is trying to push this gender neutral line and that kind of stuff. Now, you could also look at a store that does sell men's and women's clothes, and let's be realistic, I kind of feel like it would be a lot cheaper in the end to design clothes that are for everyone and just label it for everyone. But because we're so stuck in this social construct, stores are still going to divide their clothes into men's sections and women's sections. This is a lot more expensive in the end, but they know, because so many people are basically obsessed or like can't get out of this social construct thing, that they know that they need to label their clothes men or women for people to buy them, because if they don't, people won't buy them. And, you know, let's be realistic. I know so many people are gonna like leave in the comments, you know, oh, well, you don't have to be a man to buy, you know, women's clothes. You don't have to be women to buy women's clothes or buy men's clothes. It's like, yeah, I'm saying that 100%. Yeah, that is true. But the majority of this population will not buy clothes that are not labeled for their specific gender. And the main reason why is because they are stuck in this social construct. Another good example as well is, you know, until recently, like I know they have kind of changed a bit, but all awards were male and female. Why? You know, if you look at my high school graduation, all the awards were split into male academic GPA of the year, female academic GPA of the year. And it's like, I'm sorry, is that really needed? Like, you know, of course you could have the debate about like sports and stuff, how like people do have different bodies and that kind of stuff. You know, biological female body might be different from biological male body. We're not talking about that though. I'm talking more about like awards, like actors awards, you know, they were split into like actress of the year, actor of the year. Why do we need that? You know, it's the same job. Let's be real. It's the same job, but the reason why is because we are stuck in this social construct where it's like, you have to have awards for each gender, when in the end, everybody's doing the same job there. Like, let's be real. It's the same thing with GPAs. Everybody's doing that. Everybody's studying the same thing. You know, why do we need to split it up? That's kind of like all my points basically on this. Obviously, some people are still going to think like, oh no, sex and gender are the same thing. You're just like, you're just like saying random things. Like, it doesn't even matter. But there are actually conservative politicians who have said the exact same thing, saying that, you know, sex and gender are different because they are different. You know, even if you use the word like gender expression, I find that kind of makes it a little bit more understanding for some people, basically. You know, there's biological sex and then there's gender expression. Gender expression is how you express yourself to society and how you want to be treated in society. That is different than sex. You know, in the end, it is a different thing. And, you know, saying it's the same thing, it's really wrong. Like, it really is wrong. And I feel like this is the most realistic approach. There are two sexes, male and female. Obviously, there are intersex people as well, but it's a rare case. Genders, there's many genders as there can be. Literally, in the end, like, there could be 8 million or 8 billion genders because there are around 8 billion people on this planet, and everybody has a different gender expression or gender identity, basically. In the end, you know, I hopefully you learned something from today. If you do have your own opinion on this, feel free to leave a comment down below. Willing to hear everyone's opinions. Everybody does have a right to an opinion. Just saying that, you know, don't think that, oh, if you don't agree with me, don't comment, or, oh, I'm not gonna like you. Everybody does have their right to their own opinion, so feel free to comment that down below. If you want to leave a hate comment, you want to leave a nice comment, feel free to leave that as well. I really do appreciate all the comments. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up as well, you know, give that thumbs up. And yeah, if you want to support the channel even more, feel free to follow me or join my Patreon or join my channel right here. I really appreciate every dollar that people give to me, you know, because I am paying for hormones out of pocket, so really appreciate that. And join the Discord server if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on TikTok as well. Whoa. Sorry, I had like a burp there. But yeah, and yeah, besides that, make sure to follow me on Instagram if you haven't already at SamDowney44. Also, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel right here. That's youtube.com/SamDowney. Posting videos here all the time about like trades and numbers. So do that right now. You know what I'm saying? Just hit that button. Hit that button. hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, really besides that, guys, thanks so much, and I'll catch you guys, well, I can't even talk today. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.